to reason. Will you open your eyes? It's a wonder what you'll find with an open mind. You may be surprised. Yeah, gotta get away from this illusion. For the sake of the world, this delusion. It's gotta go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fascinating episode of the Atheist Experience. I'm your host, Russell Glasser, and with me today is Jen Peoples. Today is Sunday, November 1st. Happy November, everyone. Hope you all had a good Halloween. Matt is doing some catch-up work this weekend and possibly for a few weekends coming up. So you can expect to see more of me in the near future. If you'd like to whine about how disappointed you are that you have to put up with me instead of Matt, email tv@atheist-community.org and your complaints will get all the attention they deserve, which is to say, none. We are a live call-in public access atheist television show based in Austin, Texas. Thanks to our live internet stream, we take calls from all over the world, but special preference is given to people calling from inside the Austin area or theists calling to disagree with something that we've said. Now, this is my first show in the new studio, and it looks pretty cool, but I understand from listening to the podcasts of the last two episodes that there have been a few technical glitches, and I don't doubt that we're going to be embarrassed by them again, but not the fault of the fine and brilliant crew back there working to wrestle with new technology that is not part of Matt's apartment. Or as we call it, the spacious Dillahunty International Studios. The Atheist Experience is sponsored by the Atheist Community of Austin, a non-profit educational organization promoting positive atheism and the separation of church and state. You can find out more by visiting www.atheist-community.org. When you do, be sure to check out the FAQ page for answers to frequently asked questions that we receive on the show. Speaking of the new studio, it's a little weird in here right now. I'm used to just looking at the TV and seeing my face up there, or both of us, but right now it's got this Brady Bunch effect where there's like 16 panels, and one row of them is me, but too small to see. Oh, they're out of phase. Wow.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah, this makes great TV and even better podcasts pointing out weird technical features that the audience can't see. Anyway, so if I get distracted for a moment, that might be why. So you can visit the website. You can also find there audio and video clips from past episodes, or full audio and video, and links to clips. If you click on Archive, then you'll find a list of programs that includes links to both audio and video downloads, and a rapidly updated audio podcast. You can catch fan-selected clips of the Atheist Experience on YouTube, and you can also see full episodes of the show at blip.tv, or you can subscribe to the audio podcast. In addition to this program, the ACA also sponsors a bi-weekly internet audio podcast called The Nonprofits. You can visit www.nonprofitsradio.com, that's PROPHETS, for more information. Now, the next episode, I believe, is scheduled to air next week. 2 weeks from now, on Saturday, November 12th. But I could be very mistaken about that, so just keep posted on the website or something. Weekly meetings for the Atheist Community of Austin are hosted at Romeo's on Barton Springs Road from 11:30 to 1 every Sunday except for the first Sunday of the month, when we host our lecture series at the Austin History Center, located at the corner of 9th and Guadalupe. There was a lecture yesterday, if everything went according to plan, by Don Moore from the Final Exit Network. And were you there?
No, I didn't make it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Me neither. The next lecture should be held on December 16th, but the topic and the speaker are yet to be announced. If you can't make it to the morning meetings, you can always join us for dinner right after this very program, beginning at around 6:30 every Sunday. Most of the people involved with the production of the Atheist Experience will once again head down to the excellent and enjoyable Threadgill's restaurant at 301 West Riverside Drive in South Austin. That's a great opportunity to meet everybody who's involved with the show. And finally, the ACA also hosts an Atheist Happy Hour every Thursday, beginning at around 7 p.m. at the Dog and Duck Pub, located at the corner of 17th and Guadalupe. If you'd like to get in touch with us but don't feel like calling in, you can email tv@atheist-community.org. Now, of course, we get far more calls than the show can process, and as I said, priority will be given to sincere callers who disagree with us because, you know, that's what makes the show fun. If you just want to get in touch to praise our work, we love to hear from you, but email is the best way to do that. Lots of people read messages to the email address, and many of them are dedicated to replying, so you get a pretty good chance of a personal response if you email us. Be sure to check out the unofficial show blog at atheistexperience.blogspot.com and the comprehensive counter-apologetics wiki at ironchariots.org. And that's all for the announcements. So, do they still do the pause bar thing for people watching the video? There it is.
There we go.
Yay. You're not on camera.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do it anyway.
Well, with the delay, you never know.
Yeah, my arms were still up in the air. But anyway. Well, so, did you go trick-or-treating?
I didn't. You know,
Oh.
my son, he's really into handing out candy. So.
Oh, okay.
So he dresses up in his costume and he greets people at the door and says, "Welcome to Halloween."
What was his costume?
Batman.
Okay. Ben was Iron Man, so if we had gotten them together, we could have seen who actually would win in a fight.
Oh, well, I think Ben's got about, 3 years on him?
Well,
so,
yeah, that's true. Plus, Iron Man's got, like, those shooter things, but...
Yeah. But, yeah, we had lots of fun.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, so you had something you wanted to talk about today?
Well, I've had an interesting few weeks. I started a new job, which is actually dragging me all the way down to San Antonio, and people who saw that on my Facebook, some of them said, you know, does that mean that you're not going to be, that you're going to cut back your show activities? And my answer for now is absolutely not. Last week, I got invited to a wedding with my girlfriend's family, and had a great time. Also had an interesting discussion with some relatives who don't agree with the purpose of the show, about the show being offensive.
Okay, so
and
what's offensive?
What's offensive? You know, I'm not going to talk directly about our conversation with them because I know that they're aware of the show, and I think that's rude. But I do want to sort of, you know, discuss the general notion of how it's offensive to some people. I think my understanding from the conversation was basically that it's not right to directly go after people's religious beliefs and try to take away their faiths. And in some sense, I think that it's impossible to avoid being offensive doing the kind of show we do, because people are naturally ready to take offense when their religion is challenged in some way.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be offensive on the show.
Yeah, that's
it's not our intent. But there's a kind of, oh no, that's even worse. They just changed the TV, so now I can see myself perfectly well, but there's still a long delay.
4 seconds ago.
Please don't do that. Thank you very much.